Welcome to our retirement, folks.
That makes it come a bit nearer down.
Right. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
And a nice one it is too.
Yeah, for a change.
We
We actually had hailstones yesterday, didn't we?
we did, yeah. Well, Mick and Jane were here.
Yeah, we wondered what that noise was, and it were hailstones hitting outside, flagging.
We had a nice afternoon with Mick and Jane.
Yeah, chatting. And
Just sat here all afternoon chatting at this table.
gets a lot of use, this table.
It does, yeah. Everybody enjoyed
The meal,
the meal that Pat made, and Tracy had some when she came in.
she didn't like it. Yeah, I could tell. It were the beans. She's
Were
not
it?
keen on beans.
Oh. Well, you did wonder about them, so you never asked her about them.
I did.
Oh,
And she said, put them in if you
'em
want.
in. Oh, right.
Which Jane and Mick enjoyed, because they're vegan, aren't they? And I put vegan butter in, non-dairy, in mashed potato and in veggies, and Tracy want.
Well, I don't know. I tasted them taters because I mashed
that.
them up, and
Yeah.
they tasted all right, actually.
Yeah,
To me.
Tracy didn't like them. She likes her own Lurpak in it, in a mashed potato.
Right. I don't know. You could tell.
I don't know. What else?
Vegan. I mean, some vegan stuff's all right, but a lot of it, I don't know. It's very lacking. I couldn't be a vegan.
Lacking in taste. And
Yeah.
I suppose you've got to add things, haven't you, to make it taste like garlic and chilli and that sort of stuff. Maybe.
Well, if you do that and it
Tastes alright.
tastes all right, fine. I mean, I can remember going to that vegan restaurant with Mick and Jane in Leeds.
Oh yeah.
I didn't like the taste of any of it.
Yeah, they did, instead of doing normal chips, they did okra, ladies' fingers, didn't they, in batter. And you didn't like them, did you? No.
No.
Oh well.
No, I'm afraid. Carnivore.
We enjoyed our shepherd's pie.
I did, it
We
was
finished
lovely.
it off for tea.
Gorgeous. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go back, just talk a bit about, a couple of things I'm going to talk about today. A bit more about the park home, and then I've got some pictures also of some rooms in here when Tracy and David were doing it up. I'm going to show you them. There's only a few, but gives you some idea.
How far he took it.
Aye. Yeah, the park home. I did some research on it. In the UK, 250,000 people live in park homes.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
Hmm.
The average lifespan of them is between 40 and 70 years, it says.
Right.
Yeah, because, I mean, they are made of wood. I don't know what the lifespan of a caravan is.
A static.
Yeah. The thing you've got to remember, anybody thinking about buying a park home to live in on one of these parks, is that, and it's not to do with parks, it's government again. The government again. Who make the park owner charge you 10% when you sell it. You don't have to sell it back to the park owner. You can advertise it just like an house. Put it with an estate agent, everything. But when you sell it, you've got to give 10% of what you get to the park owner. You know. So we had to give $7,500 or something.
Yeah, to make.
Why 7.5? We sold it for what, 85.
I thought it were 80.
80 were it?
Not sure.
Well, we'd have had to give 8 to Mick.
Right, I think.
Yeah, and it left us with 70 odd, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, to remember that, it's just a law, legislation.
You see, if we'd have stayed there, we wouldn't have been able to, without selling the park home, because you were retiring and you only had your state pension and what bit we had saved. We couldn't have afforded to live there.
You've just preceded, I haven't finished yet.
Oh, sorry.
I was going to come to that.
All right, well, you'll come to it then.
I've got some more information.
Right.
There are 1,832 parks in England.
Wow.
1,832 park home parks.
Wow.
The residential park home parks, at least they should be. I mean, I have heard there were one in Beverley, funnily enough, a long time ago. When people sold their houses, bought a park home, and after living in them a couple of years, discovered that the park home owner had not applied for planning permission for residential.
Wow.
And the blooming council made them all leave. Said they couldn't live in them.
After the bought them?
I know. Ridiculous. So normally they are residential. You pay rates. Did we have a dustbin collection? I think we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a dustbin collection at the one in Brigg. You can tell if they're not residential because they don't. Like when we were in Thorpe Park, not Thorpe Park, Woodthorpe Leisure Park. When we bought the caravan, when we sold the park home and bought the static.
They came to the gate to collect all the bins were all in one area.
One area, and you had to
didn't have your own bin.
Yeah, you had to take your rubbish down to a centralised bins. Yeah. We had to pay rates and ground rent there, which we did at Brigg.
Yeah.
We had to pay rates and ground rent. So it adds up, which is one of the reasons I was coming to explain why we didn't stay. Well, what is a park home? Ours were a Tingdean, which are quite a good make. They're quite top of the range, quite expensive. There's maybe 4. Can't remember.
Isn't there a
Willoughby, I think. I don't know. Steve's were a different make to ours.
Yeah.
And so was David's next door.
Yeah. You get different layouts and different.
And you can buy singles and doubles. Singles are about 12 foot wide and doubles are 20 foot wide. And you can get them in different lengths. Ours were 40 foot, but they come 46 foot.
Yeah.
And obviously they're made out of wood. We couldn't take my piano, to the park home. It was far too heavy for the floor.
Well, it was a big German piano, wasn't it? It was as heavy as hell.
It was a beast, yeah.
So you got a little digi, didn't you?
So I actually gave my piano to a customer, and then I bought a digital from a customer. Funnily enough, yeah. She had sold her piano and bought a digital and didn't like it. I mean, I didn't like them, but it was better than no.
Yeah.
That's basically it. The one I had was a Yamaha. It were all right. I needed to have one to learn new songs.
Right.
Anything else about park homes? They come on a lorry, the doubles come on a lorry in 2 halves.
They're put together on park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The park that we were on were over 50s, and no dogs or... Oh, you could have a cat. No, you couldn't have a dog.
No.
You could have a cat on our park. They do vary. I won't say it was poshest park around. It was vastly improved by Mick.
Yeah.
And
it were in a good area.
It were in a really good spot. Yeah, it was.
You weren't far from river, were you, to walk
to go and walk
river,
along the river, and you were straight into town.
Yeah.
You know, to do your shopping. Doctor's surgery were there on hand. Yeah. I can remember you getting buses into Scunthorpe to get the train to come up to Leeds when I were commuting. You know, when we were still running the shop.
Weren't we still in Waddingham then when I were doing that? Because I were having to get the bus from Waddingham into Brigg.
Wow, did you? Blimey, there ain't any buses in Waddingham now.
No. Well, I think on a Saturday morning there were a bus to Scunthorpe, and I used to get on bus from Waddingham to Scunthorpe.
Yeah.
Which went through Brigg and that way. And then I'd get off and walk up to a train station and get train into Leeds.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
And then I'd have to get another bus.
Yeah, it was alright.
Oh, it was a right pain.
It palaver, it was.
Yeah. But that were another story.
Yeah. Somebody asked us, a subscriber or viewer, asked us why we didn't stay there, because it looked so nice.
In Brigg?
Yeah, in Brigg.
Yeah, it was nice.
It was. It was nice. I mean, I suppose that the answer is in one word in many ways, adventure. When just before I retired, I was only working 3 days a week. I'd only been working 3 days a week for a while. And I earned £180 a week when I was working 3 days a week. I only did 2 pianos a day. So we would have, the moment I retired, we'd have lost £180 a week income straight away. Also, Pat didn't qualify for a state pension because she hadn't worked enough hours in her years in her working life. So she only qualified for 60% of my pension. So that meant that we weren't getting
full pension.
Two full pensions. So we were going off. At that time we had caravan, we had a Bailey pageant Ardennes, and we were going off from Thursday and coming back Sunday every weekend, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we were paying storage for the caravan.
Yeah.
We were paying ground rent and rates. Gas, electricity. The gas was going up all the time, and to be perfectly honest, the gas is astronomical now. I don't even know whether it's about 90 quid a bottle or something.
I don't know.
Ridiculous. I mean, I think it was 35 a bottle when we were there. So and after we left, Mick sold the park to a multinational.
Somebody else.
So it's now owned by a multinational. And Steve, we've been back and seen Steve a couple of times when we've been to the dentist.
And he says
it's gone up.
Gone up. Everything's gone up.
Everything's gone up. We would have struggled. We might have been able to live there, just about live there, but we wouldn't have been able to do all else.
No, we'd never have been able to go away.
We wouldn't have been able to go on.
Self-caravan.
No adventures. We wouldn't have had any adventure in our life if we'd have stayed. So we would have just stayed there and waited to die, to be honest. And I didn't want to do that.
No.
So that's why we sold up. And there's no way we would be able to do what we're doing now if we hadn't have done.
No.
So there you go.
Because up to losing the camper van, we were still using savings from house.
Yeah, we were.
Sale, weren't we?
Yeah.
To do what we were doing then.
Yeah.
With camper.
Yeah. Yeah. We were going through 3,000 a year out of the savings when we had the camper. So I mean, there's no way we could have done it.
No.
And stayed in Brig. So that's that. That's the park home bit. Now then, this place. We've told you before. When we bought this place in 1974, 1974, and we opened it up as an art gallery, the Breadline Modern Art Gallery in 1975. And then in about 1981, 80, something like that, I can't remember exactly, we turned it into a piano shop. And then when we moved to Lincolnshire, we rented it out. And then eventually, after 15 years, something like that, we sold it to Tracy for what we paid for it. And it had been, the total place had been a shop. Nobody was actually living in it as a house.
No, there were a flat above.
No. There was when we rented it out initially, but Mrs. Jackson took it over and ran. It was Rodley Pine. It was a pine furniture shop, and she took over the whole place, upstairs, downstairs, the lot. I think she had a bed somewhere. Was it in the old bathroom? Because she lived in Boston Spa.
Yeah.
And she used to stay overnight.
Sometimes.
But there was no living accommodation as such. So it was all a shop. And when Tracy at that time was looking round to buy a house, for in the 30-odd thousand region at that time, and basically all she could afford was a slum. So I asked her if she wanted it. She said yeah, and they went from there, and they moved into it.
I think didn't we sell them one side first?
We had,
and then we sold them the other one later on. A bit later on.
We went to an accountant, and because it had been run as a business for part of the time that we'd had it, it was subject to capital gains tax. So the accountant said, "Well, you need to sell them to your daughter one at a time." then because you're allowed so much a year tax free in capital gains, and he said that would reduce the sum that you'd have to pay in capital gains. So that's why on paper, you know, we had to sell them to Tracy one at a time. But
we bought them one at a time.
Yeah, we bought them one at a time. Yeah, we did. Yeah. But they moved into one half because it was all one. We joined the two of them up together, and they moved into one side, and they concentrated on doing one side altogether. I mean, they had to re-roof it for a start, and they had to put water because there were only one supply, so they had to put two separate water supplies into it, and then David started gutting it.
I'm looking at that. I'm trying to make it. Oh right, it were upside down. That's why I didn't recognise it.
Can you? I think that might be the top of the steps here.
Oh yes, that's where. So
this here is our room.
That's the bedroom. We're in the white.
So, you know that corridor that I walk up and down? Oh, that's it there. Wait, is it? Just a minute. Oh no, it's actually there. That up that bit there. This is actually our bedroom. That's you can just see the end of the staircase coming upstairs. There.
Yeah, so the pink bit is Alethea's bedroom.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah. Although I don't know whether that was.
That's Alethea's bedroom there, because it's got that little hole in wall that David found.
So that's the staircase coming up, and that's Alethea's bedroom now. Yeah.
He built bunk beds in there for Alethea.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Not pine oak. What's that one?
I think this is our bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is what is now our bedroom.
Yeah.
That's at the park home, actually. That's me and Alethea sat out on the decking at the park home. That is, you're looking down under the floor, and that's a tie bar that's going right through the building that he put in. And these are metal, see that there, metal straps that he put in the corners of every room onto the inside wall to help to tie the wall into the side walls, and then he plastered over the top of them.
I think that's David, the kitchen next door.
Dear.
Yeah. Going back window. Yeah. Back door. No, there. No.
I don't know about that. That's just a bit of a close up of these. Them tie bars, them bars he had them made and put them in on all the corners to strengthen the back wall. I mean, that is what the bathroom was like downstairs.
Just a toilet and sink, wasn't it?
Yeah, in next door. This side didn't have any water, any toilet or anything in it. That's another one. Another one at the floor. In fact, upstairs, the outside, the wall wasn't resting on the joist.
Yeah.
The joist the joists weren't resting on the outside wall because of the bow in it.
It had moved down.
Yeah, I had to extend the joists, put bolt and extension onto them. There's just a few of the pictures that I've managed to find.
We've got loads of them, haven't we?
Yeah, I don't know where they all are. I don't know whether they're on a computer
All right.
somewhere. Yeah. So that's just a little bit of information about Brocklesby Ox Park in Brigg, the park home site, and the skin of this place. How you know what David did to it? Just took it right back to the bare bones. A lot of work went into it that's never seen.
Yeah.
You know, to strengthen it, the structure of it. Yeah.
That's why we never want to do out at back wall in it, because it had a bow in it.
Yeah.
Used to have nightmares at one point, didn't you?
I did.
When we lived here.
I did, yeah.
Back wall.
Yeah, I did, yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Tracy does.
No, I don't think she does, no.
Oh, David.
They went out together last night, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
They went up to the pub and there was nobody in.
Yeah, where we go.
Where we went on Saturday. Nobody in, they said. And then they went down to another barge pub and there were only 2 in there. Bad, innit? I don't know. There's 3 pubs in Rodley, and you wonder, and a club. 3 pubs and a club. You just wonder, don't you, how they're gonna all survive?
Yeah.
Because I don't think Starmer likes pubs.
They do try. Crown and Owl, don't they? They have things going on.
They do, yeah.
Different times.
Yeah.
This coming Sunday they've got an imitation Neil Diamond. What's the name? They're not imitation. Tribute.
He's 83 is he?
Yeah.
83. Neil Diamond is 83. Yeah.
He's on at 4 o'clock, isn't he?
Well, whoever's doing him, yeah. On Sunday. But we won't be here.
No.
Because we'll be going to Warwickshire.
Yeah.
For 2 nights in a nice hotel, we hope.
Yeah.
So we'll film all that.
Yeah, we will do.
Okay, folks. See you Saturday.
If possible.
Saturday tomorrow. Weekend, so we never know. All right, so we might see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.